Success story of breaking the nexus of the power barriers, blocking access to a cheaper vaccine for the poor patients. This is in respect to intradermal anti-rabies vaccination. This is my town from where I belong to. There are a lot of monkeys, dogs, and a lot of dog bite cases, and the economic burden of the treatment is very high. So, in India, the rabies burden is very high. More than 55,000 people die every year of rabies. Every 20 minutes, a person dies of rabies. And in my state, again, my state is a hill state, and people are poor, and they can't afford the vaccination cost, and therefore we thought of doing this. Globally, there are 1.74 million disability-adjusted life years each year. In India, the prevalence of rabies is more than in 100 countries. And WHO has recommended low-cost intradermal anti-rabies vaccine back 1992. So there are two routes of anti-rabies vaccination. The most prevalent route is intramuscular route, whereas we give full one vial, we inject the full and one vial intramuscularly, and there is intradermal route, whereas we inject a very small volume of the vaccine into the dermis of the skin. So thereby volume decreases and the cost comes down. So if we globally shift from intramuscular to intradermal route, we would be saving more than $400 million each year. That amount can be shifted to for other interventions in the health sector. Similarly, in my state, we have saved a lot of money, and that money has been transferred to the more other medicines for the poor. So we analyze what are the barriers for implementation of these low-cost techniques for the poor people, and we saw that the barriers were at the decision-maker levels, at the national levels, the regulatory authorities, then hierarchy between medical institutions. Regarding the barriers at the national level, once WHO approves some intervention, then we have to take approval of the national authorities. So the Drug Control General of India was dragging its feet to give us permission to use this vaccine due to many reasons. You should do trials, you should do this, you should do that. Then there is attitude of medical institution hierarchical attitude. If the higher institution is not doing something, the lower institution would not do it. That is a hierarchical pattern in the medical institutions. That was again a big barrier for us to do something at the lower level. Then talking of other barriers, we have barriers at the vaccine company level. Vaccine companies were not ready to write on their vial intradermal use because they were fearing losses if they write this term on their vials. And we cannot use the vial unless the vaccine company writes it. That is again a barrier from the regulatory authorities. So we were waiting for the vaccine companies to write on their vial to use for intradermal use, for wrong beliefs of the decision makers. Then when we talk to the decision makers, to the politicians, to our health authorities, they said maybe this is low cost technique, people may not like it. So this is the mental attitude, mental barrier of the decision makers, though we proved to be wrong later on. So then lack of political will, again a barrier, because politicians are not serious to this issue and they are not assertive enough to tell the companies to do something for the poor patients. Similarly, high cost was a barrier. Whenever we calculated the cost giving free prophylaxis to the poor, we found out that it can't be given because the cost is very high. So how did we overcome all these barriers? We started with sensitizing the media, especially in days when there was a shortage of the vaccine. We told the media persons, look, here is an alternative and people are not adopting it. Then we went to the court with a writ petition. We sensitized the bureaucrats, the politicians and the vaccine companies. And finally, 2 years back, we started this intradermal clinic at our place and replicated in other states. Now we have more than 6,000 patients vaccinated with this new technique, some of them proven rabid and dog bite cases, and there is no failure. So we are very confident of this technique. And coming to the studies, we have compared the patient load at the time of the starting of the clinic and the previous month. We see that there is a 2.8 times higher compliance of the patients. That means patient has no barrier. They wanted a low cost technique. Only thing was that they were not knowing it is existing. So the poor patient compliance was also very high. So because one intramuscular vial is to be shared between the 5 patients, we try to pool the patients from peripheral areas and share the vials between them, because only then it would become cost effective vaccine. Regarding regarding companies, many companies, because now demand for intradermal vaccine has increased in our state, so they are now, many companies have started writing on their label for intradermal use, which is a very positive development, because now we have started moving from our state to another neighboring states for giving them trainings and starting low-cost clinics. Way forward is training on intradermal vaccination to different countries by WHO experts in hospital settings, especially the countries of Asia and Africa, where the majority load of 55,000 deaths is there, and the economic burden of getting preventive vaccination is in billions. So this is very important that we should do it. Can a strategic plan be made to control rabies, especially in the Asia and Africa? I think this is very much possible. We should do massive IEC campaigns regarding making patients aware of wound wash, antiseptic and vaccination. And this is the poster we have developed for the poor patient to the local language, and then pre-exposure vaccination. There are more than 10 other vaccines that can be given through this low-cost intradermal route, and you can imagine the barriers. These barriers start from WHO to the national, to the local levels, and to the hospital level. Sometimes I can say that less can be actually more, like this intradermal route. And we have won this war in case of one vaccine, and we hope to do so in case of other 10 vaccines, and for there maybe all of you can contribute a lot. Thank you very much.